I recently played through Fire Emblem Fates Conquest on hard mode. It was a lot of fun and a good challenge, but it really highlighted my shortcomings as an FE player. This eventually led to Chapter 26 giving me the hardest time out of the entire run, and it was made even more annoying by how stubborn I am with not letting my units die. It ended up taking me forever, and it seems at the time I realised it, as 5 attempts in, I started to record it. Attempt 6, Leo dies to Mage Onslaught. Attempt 7 was cut short with the grim reminder that 32% is not 0%. For attempt number 8, I decided to bring Xander over to the right hand side since it seemed to need more help. I managed to avoid getting Leo killed, and Leo's not dead. However, I skipped over a 12% crit which killed Ophelia. What? Attempt 9 resulted in a clean sweep of the right side, but I left Camilla a lot more open on enemy face. Attempt 10 revealed more problems in plans for the left side as I clumsily left Elise open. Attempt 11 again failed on the left hand side as I struggled to manage the Horde of Faithless with my weaker units. Attempt 12 saw me messing up on the right hand side by placing too much faith in Ophelia and by just being an idiot. Attempt 13 brings us back to the left hand side where I try using Camilla and Valoria separately, but to no avail. For attempt 14 I placed too much weight on my very weak Kaze, who died, and by this point I was definitely going insane. The mental degradation began to show in attempt 15 where I placed Corrin in range of a Dragon Slayer, ending the run prematurely. And in attempt 16 I once again just placed all my faith in Valoria, who gets pummeled. For attempt 17, Soleil dies to a 1% crit.
1% crit be doing the RNG screwing.
But with attempt 18, it seemed some progress was being made. I managed to make it to the lower half of the map, but ended up accidentally drawing all the enemies to the right hand side. These units weren't able to take them all on, so I proceeded to backtrack, not sure how to handle it. But as it turns out, that was the least of my worries, as Hans easily took out Corrin. Attempt 19 saw a return to basics with a Leo death in the right hand side, which is probably a great time to point out the only reason to clear the right hand side of the map is for Avenge Naginata. I don't have any Lance units in my roster, so this is great except for the fact that I don't have a single Lance warding unit in the entire party. I had no business clearing that side of the map, and attempt 20 followed suit with me once again betting everything on Valoria on the left. But attempt 21 was looking to be the best one yet. I managed to make it past both sides, and I had properly baited most of the enemies to the left where my 2 strongest enemy phase units were. All I had to do now was have the right side units encroach in and take out Hans, so of course I had to botch this attempt in the stupidest way possible. How's that like that dangerous? Oh fucking counter magic! And you would be happy to know I did not learn from my mistakes, and yet again sent Valoria to her death, hoping for some lucky dodges, ending attempt 22. And then I did it again. And again. But I did do something different amongst that insanity. I noticed I wasn't getting use out of Dwyer, so I switched him out for Charlotte, who I promoted to a Berserker. At this point, she was completely useless as a combat unit, but she's Kaze's S support, and gives him plus 8 attack and plus 5 speed, which makes him much more capable of a unit. And things are looking up in attempt 25. My insane Valoria Gambit actually pulled off, and I finally decided to mix up my strategy by sending Xander on a journey to the other side of the map after clearing the right to help tank the axe units. Things were looking pretty good. Corrin, Xander, Camilla and Valoria were handling the choke point easily, and I was sure to pay attention to the counter skills. Leo butted up Hans with Brave Tome, and Soleil secured the kill. The left side was able to clean out the choke nicely, and I didn't mess up taking out the remaining enemies. Finally came face to face with Iago, and after coming this far, I wasn't going to mess it up. I buttered that boy up with Kaze, and then at Forest finished the job, ending my agonizing 25 attempt run of Chapter 26.
You think you're
one.
I proceeded to clear endgame on my first attempt. I don't get this game.